Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. Today I want to do a Palantir update video. Lots has been happening in the stock market in the past week. We've seen cryptos dip, we've seen tech stocks and stock market dips, and this has been mainly fueled with the fact that China's Evergrande Group has defaulted on its debt payments, and this default is a quantum of $300 million. This has caused fear and turmoil in the rest of the asset classes. Now, I want to mention that the sponsor of this video is XTB, and XTB is a fantastic trading platform where you can buy using leverage lots of different asset classes. And I'm going to be showing their platform when I show you my price predictions for Palantir. Now, Palantir is a world-class artificial intelligence and data analytics company, and they have a growing presence within providing services for the US government as well as its operational side. And they also have an increasing focus on the commercial sector. So guys, I've made a video on Palantir before. I've linked that down in the description box if you want to check it out. It gives the fundamentals behind Palantir and what their previous financials were like. By the way, if the lighting has changed, it's because my camera battery exhausted. So I took a quick trip to Curry's to try and get a new battery. Turns out they didn't have it, but my battery just needed to be inserted and taken out. I don't understand the camera techie stuff, so excuse the change in lighting. But anyway, guys, Palantir has had fantastic Q2 earnings. They released their forecast for Q3 and they exceeded expectations. They were even better than the Q2 earnings. So in Q2, they closed around 62 deals worth over $1 million, and they booked around $900 million in contract value and added 20 net new customers in Q2 alone. And they won a one-year contract renewal worth around $7.4 million for the US Center of Disease Control and Prevention, alongside being contracted by the Federal Aviation Administration to provide a data analytics tool. Palantir expects its third quarter revenue to come in at $385 million, which is above the $376 million that was estimated. So going on to XTB's XStation, I've done some technical analysis to show you where Palantir's price can go in the near term, within around the end of 2021. So using this tool button here, I've drawn Andrew's pitchfork and the speed lines. So I've connected the lines from around September 2020 till around where we're at now and where I think the price can head. So if we see bullish news and Palantir continuing to exceed expectations, we can see it go like this. So if we look at what happened around the end of 2020, I've connected the high points using the speed lines. It tends to mimic this fork bit where the highs can be at the low point of the fork, but the highs could have also reached up to here depending on market sentiment and also the overall momentum and bullishness on Palantir itself. Now, if we look at the kind of bearish few months we saw around 2021, but we saw this in most asset classes, we saw this in cryptos as well. Now we've seen a gradual uptick in the price. And now as we continue nearing towards Q3 results, and if they do exceed expectations, then we're going to see it head either towards this point here, or which is around the $42 range, or at the highest, if we see some serious bullish momentum, then it can go all the way up to $92. But I think in 2021, we will gradually see $100 Palantir. In the next 5 to 10 years, I've mentioned how high I think the price can go in my previous video. So guys, check out XTB. I find it really useful for technical analysis. They've got some great tools. Even if you're a newbie to trading, they have really great tools, trend lines, regression lines that can plot themselves. There's a calendar, there's market analysis, there's education, and there's also news that could help determine the trades you make. So I really like the stock scanner because it gives you a quick overview of the market cap, earnings per share, price over earnings ratio, dividend yield, price over book value, etc. So if we type in Palantir, so if we have Palantir here, we can see the EPS, the market cap at around 45.65 billion and the price over book ratio. And then if you click on it, you can see the key facts, you can see asset class, the currency that it's listed in. It's great. I find this really useful. Performance summaries to see the price changes in the 1-day chart, 1-week chart, etc. Sometimes it's great to look at it from a percentage point of view than just on the graph itself. Now, yes, Palantir is leading the way in the data analytics and AI sector, but Palantir has also gotten a lot of momentum with market support. And I think this is quite key when we see price rallies happening. When the community support is great, just based on simple supply and demand, we will see price rallies. Lots of people are watching Palantir. So if we look at topstonks.com, we can see that they've given the Palantir price. You can see the comment volume in the last 7 days, and this kind of correlates with price rallies and price downfalls. Then we have the pre-market buzz, which gives us how much momentum is happening. 20 comments today at 12 a.m., 247 total comments on Twitch's stocks and crypto streams. And we have different option positions, and you can compare it with other trending stocks as well. So here's what I'm doing. I bought the dip on Palantir, which I talked about on my Patreon. If you want to see what I buy and sell in real time, do check out my Patreon. I talk about it whenever a trade is made. There's a lot of community support and a lot of one-on-one support with me. So I'm a big believer of buying the dips, but I'm also a big believer that you don't sell a good, fundamentally good project or a crypto or a stock the minute you see a downfall in its price, especially if you're investing for the long term. So my trading strategy is to dollar cost average and accumulate more Palantir shares over time. Right now, I think it's a decent buy point. It's not the dip we saw a few weeks ago, but Palantir is quite a new company and it's very early in its growth stage. So I believe that as they secure more government contracts, as they expand their reach in the commercial sector, which is something they're aiming to do so in the next few years, once the expansion plans are into full fruition, we will see further price rallies. Do you guys hold Palantir in your portfolio? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's overhyped? Also, I have a link down below for XTB, so check that out. I think it's a great platform to do technical analysis on. They've got so many different tools that can help you. They've got a stock screener, they've got a heat map, they've got all the key facts. I like that it kind of amalgamates everything into one resource, so it makes your trading lives easier. So yeah, don't forget to hit that like button down below and that subscribe button, as I make new videos every single week on cryptos, personal finance, investing, stock markets, that sort of thing. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye guys.